Here's a quick showcase of all intel locations in the Black Ops campaign. Shout out to Wedge on Steam for his text guide, which helped me get these done. If you want to see more campaign or non-zombies content from me in the future, let me know down below. First is Operation 40. Intel 1 is found as you first enter the compound. Breach the door to the armory with your team, then claim the intel on a crate with an RPG against it. Intel 2 is found in the mansion. As Mason and Woods reunite with Bowman, enter the room that Bowman just came out of. In the bedroom on this side is the intel sitting atop a dresser. Intel 3 is at the plane hangars. After fast roping down the hill, climb the boarding stairs on the left side. At the top is the final intel, and that's Operation 40 done. Next is Vorkuta. Intel 1 is found during the introduction to the slingshot. As you climb to the top of the tower, stop on the second floor and claim the intel on the desk. Intel 2 is found after pressing the button to open the door. Once the fight dies down, look left past the stairs, then run into the far room. The intel is on a desk with a radio. Intel 3 is found right before the motorcycle sequence. As you stand up, turn around and claim the illuminated intel against the wall, and that's Vorkuta done. Next is Executive Order. Intel 1 is at the top of the first building you enter. Right before climbing the ladder to the roof, face the two desks between TVs, and claim the intel on the right desk. Intel 2 is in the control building we breach into. In the far corner, the intel is sitting atop the control panels to claim. Intel 3 is in the tunnels. As you approach the end of the level, enter the large command center on the right with the portrait. The intel is atop a machine near the left window, and that's Executive Order done. Next is SOG. Intel 1 is at the end of the first fight sequence. After eliminating the tanks, head to the top of the hill and the shack with 4 lights hanging down. The intel will be laying on some crates in the center. Intel 2 is during the napalm barrel fight. It's in the bunker beneath the barrel that Woods knocks over here. Whenever you're free, return to that location and enter the bunker below. The intel will be sitting on the front window to claim. Intel 3 is right before the final fight. As you run through the barracks, it is nestled in the darkness behind the final soldier in here, and that's SOG done. Next is the Defector. Intel 1 is found just after finding Reznov. As you move down the hall, check the small room on the right and claim the intel on the desk. Intel 2 is found during the tank escort section. After the tank rounds the second corner, face away from the tank and enter the building on the right. The intel will be on a nearby desk to claim. Intel 3 is at the final LZ sequence. Look around for the DAC building. Enter it and locate the intel on a flimsy desk, and that's the Defector done. Next is numbers. Intel 1 is immediately available. After gaining control, turn around and claim the intel from Clark's workstation behind you. Intel 2 is found at the slow-mo slide segment. Behind the metal siding on the left is the intel hidden under some garbage. Intel 3 is available shortly after losing Clark. Keep dropping down between metal roofs until you encounter this corner with enemies and windows on it. Drop down once more and turn around to claim the final intel, and that's numbers done. Next is Project Nova. Intel 1 is in the 2-story building when searching for Steiner. Once cleared, the intel is to the right on a desk beneath a map of the US. Intel 2 is in the hangar with the missile. Clear out the enemies, then at the very back is a small office and the intel on a desk. Intel 3 is at the end of the level. Right before sliding down the rope to exit the ship, walk down the stairs and claim the intel sitting on a frozen pallet, and that's Project Nova done. Next is Victor Charlie. Intel 1 is at one of the huts. After passing the sleeping soldiers and eliminating the man eating, turn around and walk all the way to the back to claim the intel against the fence. Intel 2 is at the first village with a loud fight. A spider hole will pop open. The intel is in the building right behind it, in the back left corner. Intel 3 is in the tunnels. When Reznov tells you to take the lead, take the left path at the fork. Continue around and the intel will be down low on the right to claim. And that's Victor Charlie done. Next is Crash Site. Intel 1 is right at the start. As you walk to the gunboat, grab the intel off the crate in front of the flaming barrel. Intel 2 is available right after you land. Just follow the normal path and it will be on the ground along the right side. Intel 3 is in the plane at the very end. After locating the crate objective, head back out and retrace your steps, claiming the intel at the rock you dropped down off of, and that's Crash Site done. Next is WMD. Intel 1 is in the barracks. Deal with the enemies inside, then the intel can be found atop the filing cabinets below where you walked in. Intel 2 is at the mountainside building. After breaking in with Weaver, cross to the other side of the catwalk and enter the mud room, claiming the intel on the bench. Intel 3 is in the final hangar. Push forward along the right half and look for this yellow beam up above. The intel is on a desk beneath, and that's WMD done. Next is Payback. Intel 1 is at the large underground clearing. Go to the shelving along the side with the natural ramp and claim the intel on the lower shelf. Intel 2 is at the camp with the helicopter. It's out in the open on a table next to the tent. Intel 3 is in the final room before encountering Kravchenko. The intel is on the far left on a crate next to the generator, and that's Payback done. Next is Rebirth. Intel 1 is immediately available. After taking out the guard, it's on the ground along the left railing. Intel 2 is in the large room with the decontamination chamber. The intel is inside the chamber itself. Damaging the containers in the chamber will lock it down, so avoid activating the failsafe and instead walk in calmly to claim the intel. Intel 3 is available once you swap to playing as Hudson. Halfway through the outside portion, you'll push up to a 2-story building with the roof on fire. Just before this building is a small shack on the right. Enter to claim the intel amongst some pots, and that's Rebirth done. Next is Revelations. Intel 1 is available early. After making your way out into the hallway via the double doors, take an immediate left and claim the intel atop the cigarette machine. Intel 2 is after the Vorkuta brainwashing cutscene. Take a right past the red light and claim the intel in the trash at the end of the hall. Intel 3 is just beyond the Ascension sequence. In the office space with the 8 TVs on the wall, claim the intel in a paper stack on the desks, and that's Revelations done. Last is Redemption. Intel 1 is up on the deck. Play this entire sequence along the right side. As you pass through a busted shipping container, claim the intel along the bottom left at the end. Intel 2 is in the room just before the central diving room. There will be a kettle and some tools on a table. The intel is underneath the table, tucked amongst some crates. Intel 3 is at the very end of the game. The final room has a center console and a map in the back. Climb the stairs to the second floor, then in the side room before coming out to the catwalk is the final intel piece. Upon picking it up, you should get the Closer Analysis achievement for finding all the hidden intel. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, like the video. If you want to see more Call of Duty guides, subscribe down below. If you want to see more Call of Duty guides, subscribe down below. And as always, I've been Noodles, you've been awesome. I'll see you next time.